Alrighty then. Nothing but shenanigans. That's all it is. Okay. I hope you can find it in your heart to forgive us for all the injustices we have visited upon you. His Majesty wishes to apologize to you too. Please, go ahead. He is waiting for you. I'm sure he is. The king has told us everything. It seems there was a terrible misunderstanding. I hope we can put it all behind us. Oh, and you may pass. Shut up, sir. Nobody likes you. We're under strict orders not to let the general populace get wind of you being here, or of Princess Jade's return. It makes sense, I suppose. We wouldn't want the hoi polloi getting overexcited or confused. They're not all that bright, you see. Welcome to Heliodor Castle. We've all been very eager to see you again, Mr. Luminary. But we don't want the townspeople finding out about you being here. I hope you understand. It might create a bit of a stir, you see. Yeah. 4 pieces of treasure. Huh. Because we've never really been able to look around Heliodor Castle. As is. Oh, you're the Luminary, are you? Nice. Well, make yourselves at home, won't you? Oh, it's you. You know, I never bought into all that Darkspawn stuff. Right. No, I could always tell you were one of the goodies. You can see it in your eyes. His Majesty is waiting for you. To get to the throne room, head up these stairs and go straight ahead. Well, I guess we did actually get to explore here, but... You know, at the beginning, right? The castle is abuzz with rumors, and I rather suspect they center on you. How will this all pan out, I wonder? Probably not good. You want to speak to me? Gosh, I'm flattered. It's not every day you get to talk to the Luminary. Sorry, no entry. This area is off limits. Visitors aren't allowed to enter. Quiet, you. You pool expert? Break the barrels. And the little bucket thing. Break the jars. JAR and such. You can't feel it. You just can't feel it, man. And it sucks. It really sucks. But that's the way it goes. Let me in, sir. Yeah. You need to calm us down. His Majesty told us of how you saved our kingdom, even after all we did to you. It seems we were very wrong about you. I would understand if you were unable to ever fully forgive us, but still, I would ask that you try to accept our apologies. Quiet, you. To be honest, it always seemed a little off to me that the one we thought was the Luminary could secretly be this evil Darkspawn character. And now we know it wasn't true. The king explained everything. Seems you're the one who's going to bring the light of hope back to our world. I know we've had our ups and downs in the past, but I want you to know that all of us Heliodorians are very much on your side. There's a book on the bed. Break those jars. Break them. Don't make me come over there. It's strange. No sooner had the king returned to the castle than he ordered that we prepare a great banquet in honor of the Luminary. But unless I'm missing something, isn't the Luminary also the wicked Darkspawn, harbinger of calamity? I wonder what His Majesty can be thinking. Is it just me, or is there a curious tension in the air, you think? I wonder why that could be. Dun, dun, dun. Break the jars. Dun, dun, dun. Break every goddamn last one of them. They all must be destroyed, those evil villainous jars. We all made a terrible mistake. We thought you were the Darkspawn, but it turns out you were a hero all along. We're so sorry. To think we welcomed you to Heliodor by slinging you in the dungeons. Well, it's safe to say that that will never happen again. Better not. We were all set to meet with the king, and now he finds out that he has a more important guest to attend to. To be ignored once is unfortunate, but twice, why, it is starting to seem like some sort of personal vendetta. How dare the king treat us in so cavalier a fashion? We are nobles of the most blue-blooded stock, and yet still he has better things to do than grant us an audience. Serves you right, freaking nobles. Think you're better than everyone? Punks. At least they got the fireplace channel going here. And a fancified bed. This is a book I imagine we already read, but, you know, Behind the Throne. Yeah, we've read that before. We probably read it twice. I don't know, but either way. What's all this commotion? All in aid of. Start the commotion, ladies and gentlemen. Another fancified room thingamajigger. Urgent Geographic. Urgent Geographic. Dun dun dun. Fancy fireplace channel. Dun dun. How you doing? You're the talk of the castle, you know. I've heard that after you fled Heliodor, you traveled far and wide, Gallopolis, Niflheim, everywhere. Well, wherever you went, it certainly seems to have toughened you up. You've clearly been through a lot. I wonder what happened exactly. Sir Jasper left the castle, and then the king and Sir Hendrik went after him a little while later. Now the king and Sir Hendrik are back, but we haven't heard a word about Sir Jasper. It's all very strange. He's kind of dead, you know. This is the entrance to Princess Jade's chamber. I'm afraid I cannot permit you to pass. This is His Majesty's chamber, and before you ask, no, you're not coming in. Oh, dude, I could just slay you immediately, no questions asked. Just so you know. My job is to guard the king, and I'm I'm jolly good at it, even if I do say so myself. I won't let as much as an ant get by me. It seems we owe you an apology. We thought the Luminary was an evil being who would bring catastrophe. We couldn't have been more wrong. The king has admitted his mistake and shared the truth with us all. You should go and speak with him in the throne room. But first we check upstairs, because why the beep not? The top floor. Wasn't there like something in one of the chandeliers, or am I thinking of another game? I don't know. It is an honor to welcome you back to Heliodor. Now His Majesty awaits you. Please make your way to the throne room. Quiet you. I'm so sorry, Mr. Luminary, sir. You must forgive us for having been so wrong about you. I feel awful. But to be fair, we did think you were the Darkspawn and that you were going to ruin everything. And, well, it was all the King's idea, really. Imagine that. Imagine that. Brazilian Sovereign. Sir Jasper has gone missing. And the King is acting very strangely indeed. What in the world is happening here? Head out onto the balcony. So we can break some barrels and stuff. Because it's the right thing to do. The red star in the sky is known as Erdwin's Lantern, you know. Scholars have long wondered how it got that name, but I'm afraid it has remained a mystery. I found myself gazing at it a lot recently. It is just my imagination, or does it seem to be getting bigger? You have no idea, sir. Head back inside. Okay. Dose of strong medicine. I guess I didn't get that when we were here before or something. Whatever. I don't know. Whatever you gotta do, dude. Please enter. His Majesty awaits. So I'm sure nothing terrible's about to happen. Not even a little bit.
Honored Luminary, it gives me great pleasure to welcome you in the manner you deserve at last. To think, I once thought ill of you, saw you as a harbinger of calamity, called you unconscionable things. Truly, Jasper cast a most malign shadow. I owe you a great deal. You have revealed the traitor in our midst and returned my daughter to me. As a small token of my appreciation, I have arranged for some special visitors. Hendrik, if you would.
Yes, sire.
Gemma and Amber.
Oh, there you are at last. We've been dying to see you. I was so worried about you. I heard all these horrible stories. I thought you might be... Right after you left the village, this horrible man called Jasper came with all these soldiers. I'll never forget his eyes. They were so cold. He ordered us all to gather in the middle of the village, and then he told his men to kill us all. But Sir Hendrik came to the rescue. He showed up just in the nick of time and told Jasper to let us live. They still locked us up in the castle, but at least we were safe. And then they came and told us you weren't a baddie after all, and let us go.
We've been through an awful lot, love. But from what I hear, so have you. I'm proud of you. And so is your granddad, I'm sure.
Now let us begin the festivities at last. A banquet worthy of our Savior awaits. From this day forth, none shall doubt the luminary. He shall be honored, celebrated, adored.
You and your companions are the guests of honor at a banquet, the likes of which Heliodor has never seen. The singing, dancing, and merriment last long into the night. Then at last the revelers retire to bed like little bitches. To the guest room in the room. It's the bottom floor. Oh, okay. I was just minding my own business down in the town when some guards came up and asked me if I'd mind coming up to the castle and keeping the folks from Cobblestone company. Well, I had nothing better to do, so I came, and am I ever glad I did. I've never eaten so much great grub in all my life. And such. Ah, this is the life. I doubt I'll ever get the chance to eat this much tasty grub again. Better make the most of it, eh? What am I doing here? Well, all us guards who were keeping an eye on the folks from Cobblestone were invited along to the banquet, you see. Bury the hatchet and all that. I'm certainly not complaining. Better not be. Look at the finger sandwiches and some kind of salad and some, like, cupcakes and some bread rolls and what have you. Some kind of fish and a turkey. Hello there, Gemma's here too somewhere. I'm sure she'd be over the moon to see you. You two aren't children anymore, you know. Take my advice. If you're hoping to be with her one day, you need to show her you care. Shut up, man. This fart knocker. Dunstan! I wouldn't have thought it when I was locked up in that dink dungeon living on bread and water, but King Carnelian knows how to put on a good spread. But if he thinks we're gonna forgive him just because he gave us a good feed, he's got another thing coming. You got another thing coming. Dun 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 dun. Those pies were really tasty, though. Gah, I'm torn. My heart says one thing, but my belly says another. That's a shame. You poor boy. Sir Hendrik told me all about what they put you through. But you didn't let it beat you. You kept on fighting until the king realized the truth and released us. I knew you wouldn't let us down. You're my little soldier through and through. Ah, I'm so proud of you I could burst. But, you know, don't, because that'd probably be a bad thing. I mean, probably. It's the kitchen. I just broke some barrels that had apples and fruits in it. I'm a terrible guest. Just the way it is. Can't do nothing about it. Oh, are you this luminary fella? Then I imagine you'd be a tough-looking sort, but you're a real stringbane. Excuse me? You look like you need a hearty dinner or two to put some meat on your bones. You can't go saving the world with your tummy rumbling, can you now? Wah-ha-ha! Definitely got some firewood over there. Oh dear, I've lost my poor little kitty cat. Staff aren't supposed to have pets, of course, so I can't tell anyone or I'll get in trouble, like Jack. Still 4 treasures. Wonder if we could still get in here. It's a large dresser. There's nothing particularly interesting about it. Other than there's a secret path behind it, but, you know, whatever. I guess we can just ignore that. Nobody cares about that. Goodness me, if it isn't the luminary. Don't you have better places to be than a hot, sweaty kitchen? If I were you, I'd head to the banquet hall and get ready for the meal of a lifetime. I've never seen the cook so fired up. What a drab room this is. Is that any way to treat an honored guest? Do they not know who I am? Meanwhile, it seems a rabble from some forsaken backwater called Cobblestone are enjoying a banquet at the king's invitation. What in the world can he be thinking? Sorry, dude, but nobody cares about you and your bullshit. When I was first served this appallingly modest meal, I thought it was some kind of joke, but actually it turned out to be rather tasty. Tasty Steven. Oh, yeah. Mini medal. Mini medal. Seat of defense. Seat of defense. No, what the hell are you doing? Stop it! You're screwing me! You SOB! 2 more treasures somewhere. Somewhere over the rainbow and such. Dun, 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 dun. I have a funny feeling that I've seen that blue-haired chap somewhere before. The one standing outside the banqueting hall. But where could it have been? But at times like these, you wish old Noah was around. He'd take one look at him and tell you everything you wanted to know. And more, in fact. Yeah, well, he's not here, you little sugar rush. Hendrix quarters. There's a dude. There's a chesticle. Mighty armlet. And box of sorts that may or may not belong to Hendrik. That's all the treasures in this place. Why, Jasper? Why? You read this book before? Drustin's Armor. The mermaid princess led King Drustin deep beneath the waves to an undersea realm where the citizens were engaged in a contest of strength, wrestling one another in order to be recognized as the strongest. If you can defeat my father, the princess told them, he will grant you my hand in marriage. And thus the 2 kings fought, but so perfectly were the warriors matched that though they wrestled for 7 days and 7 nights, neither could claim victory. So awestruck was the king of the ocean at the warrior king's might that he offered him not only his daughter's hand in marriage, but also one of the great treasures of his realm. From this treasure, a lustrous scarlet scale as strong as steel and as light as silk. The warrior king forged a beautiful suit of crimson armor, but he could not wed the princess, for he was a man of his word and had not defeated her father. He turned his back on his beloved and, to her dismay, left the undersea kingdom never to return. Not sure if we've read that before or not, I don't know, but whatever, man. Whatever you gotta do. I understand that you are actually the Prince of Dundrissel, that you survived the terrible tragedy that befell that kingdom all those years ago. Well, if in future you should choose to rebuild your kingdom, know that it would be an honor to help you. I have no doubt that countless people would rally to your cause. I'm sure they would. It's Eric! Heh, you look pretty wiped out. Well, I guess you don't get a banquet thrown in your honor every day. If you want to crash, you should grab a guest room upstairs. I heard they were over on the west side of the castle. It's great seeing you and me, old mucker Eric, again. And now you don't have to skulk around trying not to get spotted no more. Yep, now the king's gone and pardoned you. You don't have to worry about being slung back in the cells. You're free as a bird, the both of you, and I couldn't be happier. This kind of reminds me of the end of, DQ8. The popcorn style. I remember meeting young Jasper for the first time, you know. Oh, it was way back before you were born. He seemed like a nice enough young lad. I wonder where it all went wrong. What foul force could have pulled him towards the dark path, I wonder. Oh, you know, jealousy and such. Jasper's corridor, somebody's sweeping up in here because I think someone puked on the floor. You know how it is. People like to throw up and such. Jumping on the bed. How you doing? I'm still coming to terms with it all. The king came up to me and told me to clear out Sir Jasper's room. He just said, I'm not keeping a room for a dead man, and then stormed off. After all Sir Jasper did to defend the kingdom, what kind of a thing is that to say? I don't know, but he still got the fireplace channel going. So, I think we read all these, didn't we? Ye dressed in Ed's secret of ye heart. Are we ever going to get to read those? I imagine they come into play at some point. But yeah, we've read these, and I just saw a spider on the wall, and it was pretty interesting, and yeah. The devil in the details. But we know those recipes already, damn it. We don't need to read those recipes again. Guessing we can't go back down to the dungeon, can we? Let me guess, you want to go down to the dungeon for old time's sakes. Joking aside, I'm afraid I can't let anyone down there right now. Sorry. Oh, yeah? You realize, of course, those are stairs, so I could literally just push you down the stairs, and you'd probably, like, break your neck or something. That'd be pretty cool. Just throwing that out there. You would take quite a tumble, and, you know, you'd probably never work as a guard again, and people on the internet would make fun of you, and so on and so forth. But I think we'll avoid that fiasco, and we'll just move on with our lives. Da-na-na-na-na. Is anybody out here now? Anybody hanging out here? No? Nobody hangs out here. That's depressing. Da-na-na. I just wanted you to know, we may have fulfilled our duty in taking you to Yggdrasil, but that doesn't mean Serena and I are just going to go home now. We're not going anywhere until Mordegon's finally been taught a lesson. No. I just hiccuped. We've been talking about the first time we met you. We both thought the same thing, that we'd met you before, a long, long time ago. It's strange, isn't it? Let you attack the villagers. Wah, wah, wah. I feel sick. He's gonna puke in the fountain. You can't do that. Can't do that on television. Can't even do that in New Jersey. There are all sorts of people staggering about the castle looking dazed and confused. That's a movie. I think they might be enjoying the party a little too much. Probably. How you doing? Why, good evening. Now, forgive one if this is none of one's business, but one must say your friend Gemma is the most splendid girl. Aren't you lucky to have such a precious creature awaiting your eventual return? One must say, you are a shrewd young devil. Quiet, you. I was so worried about you. I'm so glad you made it back safe and sound. I just hope that one day, you know, once we've all gone home to Cobblestone and rebuild everything, I hope we can, that you and me can... Oh, listen to me rabbiting on. Ignore me. I'm just being silly and selfish. I know you have far more important things to be worrying about than me. I'll stop wittering on. You better. Don't piss me off. Cor, that blonde girl's a looker, and no mistake I'd try my luck with her, but I'll bet she has a boyfriend. And his name's probably Vegastar. He probably quits a lot. Who is that man? He's magnificent. He's been dancing non-stop ever since the banquet began, and he shows no sign of flagging. And his moves just get more and more entrancing. Oh, it's spellbinding. Just who in the world can he be? I don't know. Some dude. So I hear young Gemma is waiting for her sweetheart to return from some epic journey or another. Well, it's obviously none of my business. But if I ever met that bloke, I'd give him a piece of my mind. What in the world can he be thinking? You don't leave a girl like that on the shelf. Quiet, you. One of the party members got salty. He probably threw a controller. So I hear that this extraordinary young man is one of your companions. I'll bet there's never a dull moment with him around. Not really. Those moves, that style, he's truly amazing. I just started playing and he improvised a whole routine. Incredible. Out of a shitty Nickelback song. Ah, he's truly world class. Imagine the two of us teaming up to travel the world together. It could be a beautiful thing. There you are, darling. The people of Heliodor are such a scream. I can't remember the last time I had so much fun. Come on, why don't you show them your moves? It's a party. Don't be shy now. I don't think so, sir. It's not gonna happen. Not today, not ever. Here's my piece of shit computer. Oh yeah. I've been waiting to say this for a while, but you know, what with me being a guard and needing to be professional and all that, it never seemed like quite the right time. Look, the truth is, I think you're great, and once everything settles down, maybe we could be, you know, together and stuff. So, what do you say? Will you marry me? It's all a bit sudden, this. Oh boy. We got some shenanigans happening. It's pretty cool. Princess Jade really is extraordinarily beautiful. She may have lived in hiding for many years, but she has a regal bearing that cannot be disguised. Taco Bell. I wonder what she plans to do now. I hope she decides to take her rightful place here in Heliodor. It would be an honor to serve her. I can't really blame them, but some of the guards seem to be enjoying the banquet a little too much. They're making quite a racket. His Majesty has retired for the night, you see, and I'm worried about him being woken up by the noise. He needs his sleep, you know. I'm sure he does. It's Sandy! Woof, woof, woof. Woof, woof. Oh, boy. Will someone put a muzzle on that dog? That wretched dog has been barking incessantly. Doesn't it know that's the king's chambers? What's with this yapping and the racket from downstairs? It'll be a miracle if the king manages to get to sleep. He'll be in a foul mood in the morning and he's probably going to give me the bell. Lost some progress. Oh. Apparently this guy was defeated. That was a banquet and a half. I may have slightly overdone it, though. Still, that's the best shindig we've had here at the castle since Princess Jade was born. That's a shame. I don't want to sound like a criticism, but the king is hardly known for his hospitality. I was a bit surprised he threw this banquet, to be honest. How can I put this? He's not the sentimental type. He doesn't even put flowers on the late queen's grave. But don't tell anyone I told you that, or I'll have to murder you. Okay. What is it? I'm afraid His Majesty does not wish to be disturbed. I must ask you not to make any more noise. The king's chamber is just there, and Princess Jade's room is opposite. Quiet, you. Everyone seems to be in high spirits today. I don't think high spirits is at this stream. I simply cannot eat anymore. That's a shame. We're going into the throne room. Aw, yeah. I'm so sorry. It wasn't my idea, I swear. I didn't want to burn cobblestone to the ground. I promised. They made me do it. What was the king thinking? Why did he do it? They never did anything to us. I know we've had a big night, but I'm still not sure we should be having this conversation. If the king got wind of it, he'd have us slung in the dungeons. You have to learn to keep this stuff to yourself. Quiet, you. You don't know a thing. Let's not forget our sense of propriety, eh? The throne is not for the likes of you. Is this guy gonna take a piss on the throne? I think he is. One is rather fiercely tempted to have a little sit on the throne. Hero of legend, long have I awaited thy coming. I would never have dreamed of actually attempting such a thing, of course. Sir Hendrik would have me thrown in the cells, and the key thrown in the moat. Okay, then. That's fun. Anything else going on up here, or is this just bullshit? Do. Here's my piece of shit computer. Oh yeah. Meow. Oi, knock that off. I told you I'm ticklish. We can't go out there now. You bastard! It's one of the best things at Taco Bell. No doubt about that. Da-na-na-na-na-na. Alright. So I think essentially we want to head to the guest room. Guest chambers. See if there's anything going on up here, though. Middle floor. Anybody in these rooms? Anybody at all? Come on, man. Stop screwing around. You're screwing around like that Nufi Bonga character. I jumped off of the freaking side. It's Jade! So how was the banquet? Did you have fun? I've been speaking to my father, but I won't lie to you. Something doesn't feel quite right. I mean, after all these years, I suppose that's not surprising, but... Oh, I'm sorry. This really isn't anything you need to worry about. You should turn in for the night. There's a bed in the room through there. I'm sure there is. Dun dun dun. Bum bum bana. Bum bum bana bana bum 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 bana. Do 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 do. At least I get a nice bed. It's like, what the fuck, dude?